Father Kuharski, Father Kelly, Reverend Fathers, any honored guests, and my dear brothers. I have been blessed, like many of you, to have many priests in my life who I can call priest heroes. But the one I want to talk about tonight is a priest from my diocese named Father Anthony Craig. I was blessed to be able to stay with him over this summer. And one of the things that I admire about him is first his love of God in the Eucharist and through the liturgy. I remember one of my first times being with him at Mass. I remember looking at his face during the consecration, and I was amazed to see the love that he had for his Lord, who he was holding, and it reminded me that this priest is truly a man who is in love. And he also shows his love for the Eucharist, and he asked our bishop to have the Blessed Sacrament in his rectory, which shows his desire to be present with the Lord, even in his daily life, in his life in the rectory. Another thing I admire about Father Anthony is his amazing joy. He's always joking around, and he does a lot of impressions and accents, which are always fun to hear. And this is joy and a freedom that comes from his love of the Lord, which allows him to be free enough with everybody to just be joyful and to share his gift of impersonation and accents. Another thing that I admire about Father Anthony is a virtue that Father Gitter would admire also, is his ability to say no. So Father Anthony, there were many times over the summer where Father Anthony was asked to do something, or if he would consider doing something or helping in some way, and these were things that Father Anthony would have loved to do, but he knew that it would be taking him away from his flock, or would be making him busier in some way that would impact his ministry. And so he, out of discernment and prudence, he said no to these things so he could say yes in other ways. And that brings me to the fourth point, is his love of his flock and his fatherly heart. Father Anthony truly cares about his parishioners and about those who he ministers to, and he truly desires to give of himself to his parishioners and to be a father for them and to provide them with the sacraments and with the Father's love. And for all these things I say, praise be Jesus Christ.